One of those clubs, I interviewed Jerry Seinfeld down there when I was young. It was my most humiliating, like, I was probably a year into the job. And being a New Yorker, I wanted Jerry Seinfeld to like me. I just wanted to be liked by Jerry, and I
Who doesn't?
prepared like crazy, and I went down to interview Jerry, and it was downstairs in a comedy club.
The Comedy
Started
Cellar.
with a B.
The Comedy Cellar.
Cellar. He was promoting
In
his
Greenwich Village?
maybe
The
down
Comedy
there.
Cellar, yes.
Comedy
it's
Cellar.
Still there and very famous. And it was not there when I first started, but soon after, I did sets at the Comedy Cellar. It was there in the early 80s. So, yes, it's been there forever. It's where Chris Rock and Louis C.K. and lots of guys go when they want to try out material still. And maybe Jerry still, I don't know. But, yeah, it's a great club.
It was it was his place. He knew everybody. Jerry was wearing a white T-shirt with a sweater over. And I'm wearing a button-down shirt, like very thin button-down shirt. And so Jerry's clearly warmer than I am. But I am so nervous, and the lights are on, and it's two cameras, and it's me and Jerry, and I'm so prepared, and things are going great. And the interview's rolling, and then I start thinking about how it's going great. And another voice comes in, and I'm so young and then I talk myself out of the fact that it might be going great. And broadcast news occurs. I'm sitting with Jerry, and I start to sweat, and it's like the map of Rhode Island appears on my chest, and I'm like, and then I'm thinking about it, and like, no, this can't happen to me. It's going so great. Jerry fucking likes me. This is working. Rhode Island becomes Massachusetts. All of a sudden, we've got New England, and fucking Africa just shows up. And Jerry finally goes, "Are you gonna be okay?" And I just, he loved it. And for the rest of the time, he brings it up. "Are you gonna be okay?"
Well, I could have saved you all that. I've known Jerry for a very long time. He's one of the greatest humans, you know, obviously other than comedy, but like I started with a lot of people and know a lot of comics, but Leno and Seinfeld are the two best humans that I know from the business. But the idea that Jerry Seinfeld would give a shit about whether he liked you or not,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
way off the map.
No.
He might, but whatever you were trying to do to make that happen couldn't make it happen. It would either come for what it was or it wouldn't, and he would not apologize if he didn't like you.
Well, because I sweat so much, he ended up really liking me.
That's great.
And so we became great, and then I forever time, and it's great.
So do you still want to be in the interview game?
Yeah, I'm doing my podcast, which you're promoting right now, Hot Mics. And, we have all kinds of people including you, I hope.
Sure, absolutely.
That would be wonderful. And by the way, Chuck, works in the same building over at Howie Mandel's place.
Right.
Become great friends with Howie, and he built a whole new studio for us because it's going great. And I love that. And I love, so we have lots of people and...
You think TV...
I'm doing it for myself. We got, sponsors and stuff, and it's about the same money as TV.
Do you think TV
money, not yours.
Is essentially dead? I mean, obviously it's still thriving because I still read every year in May, they have the upfronts, which is, Christ, they did that when I was doing sitcoms in the 80s where they sell the ad dollars to the people who are advertising on TV, and somehow it's still like $9 billion.
Yeah,
because
I know,
there's a
crazy.
lot of people who are still watching CSI and whatever the fuck they got.
Oh, they're milking every last bit of it right now. They're putting out new CSIs and NCISs and things.
And people watch my
911s.
show on YouTube and lots of other places, but people still have HBO, and so it's not quite dead yet. But obviously, we saw recently with Colbert and Kimmel, now obviously there was politics involved in that, but there were also shows that were losing money. There's no doubt about that.
Of course.
There's no doubt that form, I thought it was anachronistic for years. I mean, the idea that people in this age would sit there at 11:30 at night and wade through the commercials, and they don't. They watch the clips,
Of course, but I would think that the YouTube money that you make on real time is probably significant. I mean,
I'm sure
people watch New Rules. They want to see, your monologue, and
Yeah.
so they put it out in 15-minute form. They put it out the whole episode. They put out the shorts.
Yeah.
I bet you monetize more than you probably know.
No, I'm sure they do. I'm just saying, obviously, this business is changing. That and streaming, you know, are the two biggest things. And TV, it's almost like, well, why would you want your job back in TV? Because TV is sort of the past. I mean, I'm going to hang on to mine as long as I can. But again, it's on different forms. It's I never worry about the way the industry changes because I'm content. They will always need content. They could beam it from the moon off my ass. They will still need content. They have, you know, they're going to change how they show people shit, but people still just basically want to watch shit because they don't.
You'll go longer than anyone else, and most people, and I'll tell you why.
I already have.
Right, but you are you're also like a boutique. It's nice to have in the portfolio.
Right.
David Zaslav of Warner Brothers loves having Bill Maher in real time in his portfolio, just like he loved Curb Your Enthusiasm and Larry, and he begged Larry to do another season because those are like, they give him great pride to have those in there. So you're good for another 10, I see, maybe. 80-year-old Bill Maher.
Again, what I'm selling, you can do for a long time because I'm selling comedy and wisdom. And yeah, you can do that at 80. Yeah, if I was, you know, Benson Boone, I can't at 80. You know,
Benson Boone.
I don't know him, but I know he flips on stage, and that's not an 80-year-old thing. But what I'm doing could be. I mean, my thing was built for longevity. It's true. Like I said, you don't have that musician thing where you're like, you know, the flavor of the year, and you're just everyone's just like sucking your jock. But you have longevity that I mean, very few musicians are relevant past 40. Yeah. Some past, not past, and athletes, models, they're all done by mid-30s.
True.
Well,
you've been doing this forever.
Yes. I mean, I only got started in mid-30s, but that's the nature of it. You know, I had a talk show that was going to go on when I was 29, and they never put it on the air, and they were probably right. It's like, don't send a boy to do a man's job. It's just not the kind of thing you can do without some gravitas. It's not a job for a 29-year-old.
That's so true.
You know,
Bill, politically incorrect. I mean, you have it on the wall there. I mean, I was on that show way back in the day. I don't know if you remember. I was on that show. How could you remember?
Everybody was on that show.
I was on that show, and I was on Real Time. So I've been on your...
And now here, the trifecta.
I mean, I've got the trifecta. That makes us friends. If you have three hangs, you're friends. That's it.
I've always...
My friend Bill Maher.
Loved the way the show business part of it, if done organically, can lead into friendship. But it has to be organic. Yeah. You can't be the talk show host who's, you know, meet somebody once and right after the show, can I get your number? You know, you can't be that. It has to happen so that 20 years down the road when someone sees you in a bar together and they say, how do you guys know each other? You just go, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
You know, I just feel like I always knew him, but yeah, I know I didn't. But somewhere along the way, we just became, and that.
I'd like to be in your mentor program.
I'd like to meet Andrew.